Have you ever woken up and felt like your body just isn't cooperating the way it used to? Maybe it's a little harder to get out of bed, or your balance feels just a bit off when you stand. Maybe you're forgetting small things, where you put your glasses or what you came into the room for. If any of that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Aging brings change, but that doesn't mean we lose our independence, our energy, or our confidence. In fact, the way you start your morning, those first few minutes after you open your eyes, can have a huge impact on how strong and sharp you feel the rest of the day. Staying independent after 60 isn't just about avoiding the big stuff like major illnesses or falls. It's about the small, powerful habits you build into your routine that keep your body active and your mind alert. That's what we're talking about today. Simple, doable things you can do every morning, starting tomorrow, that will help you feel stronger, move with more ease, and stay sharp enough to handle anything that comes your way. Let's start with something that sounds almost too simple to matter, but trust me, it's more important than people realize. The very first thing you should do when you wake up is pause. Yes, pause. Don't just jump out of bed. Take a few moments to lie still, breathe deeply, and gently stretch while still under the covers. This signals to your body that it's time to shift from rest to movement. It helps your blood circulation pick up, reduces dizziness, and gives your muscles a moment to warm up before asking them to support you. Think of it like warming up your car on a cold morning. You wouldn't just slam the gas pedal and go. Your body needs that same care. Once you've stretched out and taken a few deep, calming breaths, it's time to sit up slowly and put your feet on the ground. But don't stand up just yet. This is where the second habit comes in, and it's all about balance. As we age, our sense of balance naturally decreases, but there are ways to keep it sharp. One of the best? Practice standing on one foot each morning. You can do it right by your bed, holding onto the edge for support if needed. Start with 10 seconds on each foot and gradually build up over time. This small act helps train your muscles and mind to stay coordinated. Better balance means fewer falls. Fewer falls means more independence. It's that simple. While you're working on your balance, think of it as waking up your entire body. Your ankles, knees, hips, and even your brain are all involved in helping you stay steady. And it's not just about physical stability. These kinds of movements stimulate your brain too. When your body and brain work together first thing in the morning, it sets the tone for the rest of your day. You feel more alert, more grounded, literally and mentally. Now, here's where the next habit slides in. After you've gently woken up your body and tested your balance, the next step is hydration. A tall glass of water first thing in the morning is like a reset button. During sleep, your body goes several hours without any fluids, and that mild dehydration can cause brain fog, fatigue, and stiffness. Drinking water, preferably room temperature or warm with a slice of lemon if you like, helps flush out toxins, gets your digestive system moving, and even boosts your energy levels. It's easy to overlook, but this simple habit can make a massive difference in how you feel throughout the day. Now you might be wondering, can water really do all that? The answer is yes. Your body is made up of about 60% water, your brain, even more. When you're not well hydrated, your body has to work harder to perform basic functions. That leads to fatigue and mental sluggishness. So, drink up. Your brain and body will thank you. And as you sip your water, This is a perfect moment to turn inward a bit. Take 2 minutes, just 2, and practice what I like to call morning mind check. Sit comfortably, feet flat on the ground, eyes closed or softly gazing out a window, and focus on your breath. You don't need to meditate for 30 minutes or chant mantras, unless you want to, of course. This is simply about checking in with yourself. How does your body feel? What thoughts are swirling in your mind? Practicing this kind of mindful awareness first thing in the morning calms your nervous system, improves your mood, and helps you start the day with purpose. Many people say, "I'm too old to meditate," or "My mind's too busy for that." But the truth is, there's no age limit on self-awareness. And taking 2 quiet minutes for yourself in the morning isn't about perfection. It's about presence. It helps you stay mentally clear and emotionally balanced, which becomes more important the older we get. When we're calm, we make better choices. When we're clear-headed, we feel more confident. And confidence leads directly to greater independence. These first few moments of your day, stretching, balancing, hydrating, breathing, they're not about creating a long, complicated routine. They're about claiming your morning, saying, "I'm in control today." That simple intention changes everything. It shifts your mindset from reactive to proactive. Instead of the day dragging you along, you're taking charge from the very start. So, tomorrow, when you wake up, don't rush to check your phone or get caught up in the noise of the day. Start with your body. Start with your breath. Give yourself those first quiet, intentional minutes. You'll be amazed at how much stronger and more in control you feel, not just in the morning, but all day long. Now that we've covered those essential first steps, the pause, the balance, the water, and the mental check-in, let's ease into the next few habits that will help keep your body and mind strong, well beyond your 60s. Now that your body's gently awake, your mind's had a moment to breathe, and you're already ahead of most people just by taking those small steps. You're in a perfect place to keep building momentum. The next habit is about motion. Not intense exercise or anything that will make you dread your mornings. Just 5 to 10 minutes of purposeful movement. You can think of it as your morning ignition. Something as simple as walking around your home, gently swinging your arms, doing some shoulder rolls, or a light full-body stretch routine can do wonders. You don't have to go fast, and you don't need equipment. If you're feeling stiff, start by moving your joints, circle your wrists and ankles, rotate your neck gently side to side, shrug your shoulders. These tiny movements help lubricate your joints, increase circulation, and gently wake up your muscles. If you've ever noticed how much easier it is to move after you've been up for a while, that's not your imagination. Your body needs time to thaw out in the morning, especially as we get older. By giving it a little movement early on, you're speeding up that process in a safe and healthy way. And let's talk for a moment about why this matters for independence. When your muscles stay active, you're less likely to experience weakness that can lead to injuries, falls, or loss of mobility. Think about it. Just 5 minutes of movement every morning can help you lift groceries, get out of chairs, and climb stairs more easily. That's not small stuff. That's your freedom. Now, while you're moving, here's a little trick I love sharing with folks. Engage your posture. That means lifting your chest slightly, pulling your shoulders back a bit, and keeping your head level. Why does that matter? Because posture isn't just about how you look. It's directly linked to how your body functions. When you stand tall, Your lungs expand better, your digestion improves, and even your mood lifts. Yes, posture affects your mood. When you slump, your brain interprets it as a sign of fatigue or even sadness. But when you stand upright, even if just for a few minutes, it sends a signal of strength and confidence to your mind. Let's say you're walking to the kitchen to make tea. Use that moment. Straighten up, take deep breaths, and let your body remember what it feels like to move with strength. And here's the beautiful thing. When you do this daily, your muscles start to remember. You'll find yourself walking taller throughout the day without even thinking about it. Once your body has had its warm-up and your brain has had its breath, now is the perfect time for a little mental wake-up. This next habit is incredibly powerful and takes just a few minutes, but it's often overlooked. It's brain training. And no, I don't mean crossword puzzles or math problems. I'm talking about simple, practical ways to get your brain firing in the morning so it stays sharp throughout the day. Start with something basic and enjoyable. Maybe you read a short paragraph from a book and summarize it aloud. Or listen to a 2-minute news segment and try to recall 3 key points. Even saying your schedule for the day out loud, what you plan to do and in what order, gives your brain a workout. It doesn't have to be complicated, just consistent. Another favorite of mine? Change up small routines to engage your brain. Brush your teeth with the opposite hand. Walk a different path to the kitchen. Challenge your mind to pay attention in a new way. These small changes may seem silly at first, but they're actually sharpening your cognitive pathways. The more you give your brain little surprises, the more flexible and active it becomes. And if you enjoy a morning cup of tea or coffee, that's a perfect time to do this kind of mini brain workout. While you sip, reflect on a recent conversation. Try to recall details from yesterday. Challenge yourself gently. Over time, this becomes a powerful ritual. You're not just drinking your tea, you're training your mind to stay quick and curious. This kind of active engagement is essential as we age. Just like muscles, our brains need movement to stay strong. If you don't use it, you really do lose it. But the good news is, you can keep using it in fun, simple, meaningful ways. Staying mentally alert keeps you independent, so you can manage your home, make decisions with confidence, and enjoy every part of your life without fear of forgetfulness or confusion. At this point in your morning, you've taken care of your body, your mind, and your balance. But there's one more habit that ties it all together and makes a real emotional difference. And that's practicing gratitude. Yes, gratitude. You don't need a journal or a list. Just say one thing you're thankful for out loud. It could be your health, your family, the way the morning light comes through the window, or simply the fact that you're here, right now, still growing and thriving. Gratitude doesn't just feel nice. It has real effects on your brain chemistry. Studies show it can reduce stress, improve sleep, and even lower blood pressure. And when you make it a habit, especially first thing in the morning, it sets a positive tone for everything that follows. You're not focused on what hurts or what's missing. You're focused on what's good, what's strong, and what's possible. Some people like to say their gratitude while stretching. Others do it while making their morning tea. Some say it out loud in the mirror. However you do it, let it be real. Let it be yours. Because when you start your day with thankfulness, your whole perspective shifts. You carry more calm, more joy, and more strength into everything you do. And that, more than anything, is the secret to staying independent. It's not about denying aging. It's about embracing life with intention. You've already taken charge of your morning. You've chosen to move, to breathe, to think, to feel. And every time you do that, you're building a life that's not just longer, but fuller, freer, and more vibrant. Let's keep going. There are still a couple of powerful habits left that will complete this routine, and they might just be the most impactful ones yet. You've already laid such a strong foundation for your day, waking your body, sharpening your mind, tuning into your emotions. So what now? What more could possibly make a difference? You'd be surprised, because this next habit often gets overlooked, yet it quietly influences your entire day, especially when it comes to your long-term independence. I'm talking about hydration. Yes, something as simple as drinking a glass of water in the morning. Not coffee, not juice, just water. Your body goes hours without fluids while you sleep, and waking up even slightly dehydrated can affect your energy, focus, balance, and even mood. Think about that. Before you even get to breakfast, your body might already be running on low fuel. And here's the thing, dehydration becomes more common as we age, not just because we forget to drink, but because our sense of thirst actually weakens. That means we may not feel thirsty even when our body desperately needs water. One glass of water first thing in the morning helps rehydrate your brain, jumpstarts your digestion, and cushions your joints. If you've ever woken up with stiffness or brain fog, try this. It makes more of a difference than you might think. Some people like to add a squeeze of lemon or warm the water slightly to make it easier on the stomach. Whatever works for you, do it. Keep it simple and consistent. Leave a glass by your bedside if that helps you remember. Because this little act, just a few sips, is one of the most powerful things you can do to protect your energy, your focus, and yes, your independence. Now, let's talk about breakfast. Not just what you eat, but how you eat it. This is another morning habit that's more than just physical. It's about creating a moment of intention. Because breakfast isn't just fuel, it can also be a ritual that reinforces your self-worth, your routine, and your rhythm. So many people grab whatever's fast, eat it standing up, or skip breakfast altogether. But what if you use that time to center yourself? Choose foods that give you steady energy. Maybe some oats with fruit, a boiled egg with toast, or even just a banana with some nuts. You don't need anything fancy. The goal here isn't perfection, it's presence. Sit down, eat slowly, and let it be a small act of care towards yourself. And here's something interesting. When you start your day with a proper meal, you're less likely to experience energy dips, cravings, or mood swings later on. That means fewer distractions, less snacking, and a clearer head. That's not just about diet. That's about living with more control. The kind of control that lets you stay on top of your own choices, your appointments, your goals. That's the core of independence. Plus, preparing breakfast, even something simple, keeps your hands and brain active. You're practicing coordination, decision-making, and problem-solving, all while nourishing your body. It's easy to forget that these tiny tasks add up to major benefits. Over time, they help preserve your skills and confidence. That's powerful. And finally, there's one habit that ties all the others together. It's not about food, or movement, or even thought. It's about intention. Taking one moment, just one, to speak your purpose for the day. It doesn't need to be deep or complicated. You might say, "Today I choose to take care of myself," or "Today I will stay calm, even if things get tough," or simply, Today, I will enjoy my life. Speaking your intention out loud may feel strange at first, but over time, it becomes a grounding ritual. It reminds you that this is your day and you are not at the mercy of your age, your aches, or your limitations. You are the author of your morning, and by extension, your life. Think about that. So many people drift through their days, reacting instead of leading. But when you begin your morning with intention, you reclaim that power. You stop just getting through the day and start truly living it. And the beauty is, you don't need anyone's permission to do this. You don't need fancy tools or perfect health or extra time. You just need to decide that your mornings matter. Because they do. More than ever they do. They shape how your body feels, how your brain works, how your heart responds to the world. And when you build a morning routine that supports your independence, every part of your life begins to reflect that strength. So let's take a step back for a second. You've learned how to gently wake your body, calm your mind, move with intention, hydrate, nourish yourself, and speak your purpose. Each habit is small on its own, but when combined, they create a force that builds resilience, confidence, and freedom. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do everything every single day. But the more often you return to these habits, the more they return the favor. They give back in the form of energy, stability, and clarity. And those are the things that let you live on your own terms. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one habit you already do in the morning that makes you feel strong and capable? Or which one of these are you most excited to try? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience might inspire someone else watching. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more to come, full of real talk, practical tips, and motivation to help you live your best life after 60. You're not just getting older, you're getting wiser, stronger, and more in control. And your mornings? They're the beginning of everything good. Here's to you, living fully, aging boldly, and staying independent every single day.